What up, y'all? I'm back with a different message. And this message is not to get caught up with the outcome and not get married to the outcome. I've done this so many times where whether a project I'm working on, a video, if it doesn't perform well, if I don't, sell well on my first drop of a product, instead of thinking, how can I use this as a learning experience and having a growth mindset, I would get in a fixed mindset and think this project or this drop or whatever it is failing is evidence that I'm inadequate to be doing whatever I'm doing. So you don't want to get caught up in, with that being said, don't get caught up in the outcome, don't get caught up with the results, because life is all perspective. If you shift your perspective, you'll see that, oh, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, I did this wrong, and this is what I'm gonna learn in order to do it better next time. You'll see this more clearly in sports like basketball. You'll see like someone get dunked on, and instead of like laying on the ground and thinking, damn, I just got dunked on, or someone would lose the ball on possession, and instead of standing there and thinking, oh shit, I just lost the ball, I just caused us to lose a point, you move on to the next play. If you lose the ball, you hop back on defense. You don't have time to be just pondering about spilled milk. So with that being said, whatever you got going on, if it's not going well right now, don't use that as I would say don't even use that as an excuse, because it becomes a comforting excuse to why you should stay in your comfort zone. It's easy to quit. It's easy to be like, oh nah, it's not going well, and it's time for me to hang it up. I tried at least. No. But it's harder to be like, this is what I learned from it. I didn't do as well as I thought I would do, but I'm gonna keep trying. Get up and try again. And I think a lot of the ways that the main thing that differentiates winners and losers and people that succeed and people that fail is how you perceive failure. And this also can be changed too. So if you view failure as something to be intimidated by, or something to like make you quit, that was something that was in me too, where I would be so scared of failure that I would hinder my growth, I would hinder my learning. Even back in school, I would remember as a kid, I would be so scared to like raise my hand even if I knew the answer, because I was scared of being wrong. So it's like you hold yourself back so much from learning, from opportunities, by just being scared of learning, of failing. But yeah, man, don't let failure define you. Start looking at failure as the starting point and not the end point. And you will be judged by a lot of people when you fail, especially publicly, online. you will be judged by a lot of people, people you know and people you don't know. And you gotta realize, just think about it. Most people are on their phone. Most Americans, on average, are on their phone for 5 hours and 16 minutes every single day. So I say that to say you're being judged by like people that can't even control their internet or phone consumption. You're Most Americans are unfit. People are so comfortable online to judge you on what you're trying to do with your life, especially if it affects their comfort. Like if they're comfortable being fat and you're trying to lose weight, it's gonna trigger something within them. If they're terrible at reading and you're trying to pull a Kai Cenat and read for 30 minutes, it's gonna trigger something out of them. So if you fail publicly and people are getting on you about it, don't take it personal because it's most likely projection. Focus on the lesson learned. Focus on how you're gonna move forward. Sorry, I got a cold. Focus on how you're gonna move forward. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all.